diamonds, brilliant and pale now. Hot summer nights, mid-July, when you and I were forever wild. The crazy days, the city lights, the way you'd play with me like your child. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I've got nothing but my aching soul?
Hello there.
I know you will, I know you will.
To anybody who's online.
Will you still love me when I'm no longer
Listening to Dow Jones and the All Ordinaries live at Balmain about 10 years ago. So organised here.
I've seen the world lit
Right.
up as my
Thank you, Dow Jones and the All Ordinaries. Well, welcome. Live stream time. This evening we'll be playing mostly originals, all written this year by myself and Kobie Bosch, my collaborator, and I might throw in a cover song, one of my favourite artists as well. So we'll see how we go. All right. Let me just get this organised. Okay. Let's go. Take me down a country road. Let's go for a drive. I want to be free as a bird. I want to be flying high. No need to talk, nothing to say. Wind through my hair, light on the bay. Just the road, open and wide, gliding around bends, yeah. Take me down a country road. Let's go for a drive. I want to be free as a bird. I want to be flying high. Engines are humming, music is strumming. Worries aside, we're whistling high. Clouds white against the blue. Tall trees flicking through. I am cloud, I am tree, I am weightless and I am flying high. Oh, take me down a country road with windows rolled right down. The wind in my hair, the sun on my crown. I need to be tree and I crave to be cloud. Clouds white need to be flying. I need to be flying high. That was called Flying High. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. See a few more people have been joining through that call, which is great. Lovely to see you all here. And if you're watching live later, welcome later. Okay. So, thinking of a story when my dad took me to a football game, an Aussie Rules football game when I was about 7 or 8 years old. It was at Collingwood's old home ground, which is at Victoria Park in the Melbourne suburbs. Just big football ground in the middle of all the houses there. And I don't really remember much of it, but apparently my reaction to hearing the roaring crowd from inside the stadium as we approached was something, I don't know, amazement, incredulity. It certainly made an impact on my old man anyway. And Collingwood are also known as the Magpies. And this next song is a little bit about magpies, a little bit of a tenuous link. It's called 2 in 1. There is a magpie in my garden, and I know her song so well. 2 notes together she sings, 2 sounds she turns into 1. I ask her why she does it, why sing both notes at once. She says I just can't choose between them, can't make up my mind, they're both so swell. In the bushland, I hear their songs, they're loud. 2 notes together they sing, 2 sounds they turn into 1. I ask them how they do it, the magic 2 in 1. You gotta tune your tunes, they say. You gotta listen to both sides of the song. They warble and they sing, they shake their feathers, they shake their wings, they juggle and dance, leaving nothing to chance, singing. Jingle, singing the magpie song for the whole of the day. They warble away the magic 2 in 1. Right, so that was called 2 in 1, also known as the Magpie Song. Now today I went for my annual skin check. Wasn't it a hot day today? It was so darn hot. I went to my skin check at 8 o'clock this morning and it was already something like 25 degrees, and of course I drove the Kombi, which has no air conditioning apart from when you wind down the window. So it was pretty warm getting there and back. But quite poignant reminder, the heat and going outside in all this sun, having my skin checked. I did have a couple of skin, well, she didn't call them skin cancers, they weren't skin cancers, thank goodness. It was a clear check, but just a couple of little grizzly bits of skin on my face. So I'll get a couple of nice little scabs from that later on, but that's okay. A friend of mine recently had to have a mole taken out of his abdomen. Fortunately, it was benign, but it looked a bit sinister. And I've also had a family member who had melanoma and unfortunately passed away a few years ago as a result of the secondaries from that skin cancer. So it is a real thing in Australia. It's a real problem. So watch out for yourself, and look out for the UV index. Is what my skin doctor told me. Don't go out if it's over 3. Doesn't sound very high, but you've got to look after your skin. This next song is called Water Cuts Stone, or Go to the Water. Another tenuous link in the heat. Anyway. My bones have turned brittle, my heart's cold as stone. Can't get to sleep, I'm tired to the bone. My bones have turned brittle, my heart's cold as stone. Can't get to sleep, tired to the bone. Tired to the bone. Go down to the water, the wise ones all say. Go swim in its coolness, go drift and go play. Because water cuts stone, it grows in rivers, seeps in our bones, and it roars and it thunders, it sleeps in a lake. Swimming in color, gives and it makes. So I went down to the water to swim in the lake. I played and I drifted, alone and awake, alone and awake. Water caressed me, blew me a kiss. Its coolness refreshed me, and it rocked me to sleep. Now I'm part of the water, and I cut through stone, and I grow in the rivers, seep in the bones, and I roar and I thunder. I sleep in a lake, swimming in color. Stone seeps in the bones, sleeps in a lake, swimming in color, gives and it makes. Gives and makes. Right. So now I'd like to play for you a cover of one of my favourite artists and one of his favourite songs. I can't remember It's off an album called Nothing Like the Sun. If you hadn't guessed, it's Sting. And it's a song called Fragile.
Blood will flow when flesh and steel are one, drying in the colors of the evening sun. Tomorrow's rain will wash the stains away, but something in our minds will always stay. Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch a lifetime's argument, but nothing comes from violence, nothing ever could. For all those born beneath an angry star, lest we forget how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from a star, like tears from a star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from a star, like tears from a star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, 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 how fragile we are.
So that was Fragile by Sting. Got to see him actually, I remember, was it earlier this year or last year? Probably last year. And that was an amazing concert. And it's funny, you know, when I was in school, I used to have a particular taste in music that thankfully has expanded since then, over the years. But yeah, for example, I didn't particularly like the Police. I don't know. Thinking back, Cold Chisel. Yeah, lots of bands that I think are fantastic now. Probably because I've played some of their songs and have a different and new appreciation for it, but I don't know what I was on there. Anyway, so look, Heather, my wife and I have two beautiful daughters and a son, all of whom we love very much. And one of our daughters, Sophie, when she was a young girl, especially loved horse riding. And we used to take her to horse riding lessons, and we used to love driving her to those and seeing her ride around the yard and just be in control of this massive beast, this young girl, just being at one with this beautiful big horse. And she was just so focused and just at one with the horse. She loved it. Anyway, this song takes me back there. Sat next to a guy on the plane, the father of 8-year-old Maisie May. Weekends they go to the rodeo, headers and healers, the story goes. He smiles as he takes out his phone, shows me some photos, squints as he scrolls. My 8-year-old can rope a horse. She drives my truck, she is a force. Maisie May. Sat next to a guy on the plane, the father of 8-year-old Maisie May. She knows how to ride a horse, barrel racing, a difficult course. He smiles as he takes out his phone, shows me some photos, squints as he scrolls. My 8-year-old can rope a horse. She drives my truck, she is a force. Maisie May. She backs herself, chases dreams, ropes them up. Sat next to a guy on the plane, the father of 8-year-old Maisie May. Hates the city, he says, place gives me the creeps. It sits on my chest. No place for a child to challenge and test. No places to ride, no boredom for rest. He smiles as he takes out his phone, shows me some photos, squints as he scrolls. My 8-year-old, she is a force. My 8-year-old, she is a force. She drives my truck, she is a force. Maisie May. She backs herself, chases dreams, ropes them up. Maisie May. Maisie May. Maisie May. You can catch that on all the streaming services. It sounds a bit different to that. It's got full band and all that stuff happening in it, which was good fun to do. Look, I just want to call out, this is my 19th year of growing a Mo for Movember, and I think it's obviously I think it's an amazing cause because I've been doing it for so long. Just the support for men's health that the Movember team give, both mental health and the whole being for men. We need healthy men around the place, as well as healthy women. And we support women's causes as well, of course. But this is just a highlight on men's health at the moment, the old Movember. We've got Mo brothers and Mo sisters. Good to see out there. Been going for such a long time. There's a link in the YouTube description. If you've had my emails, you'll have had plenty of links. If it's your thing to donate to Movember, no compulsion, of course. Just I hope you've enjoyed listening today or this evening. And just seeing where I'm up to in this interesting little exploration of music and being a musician. Quite an adventure. Still don't quite know what I'm doing some days. But we just wing it. It's all good. Now, so I've come to the last song for the set. Keep it short and simple, they say. Keep them wanting more. Hope you want more. I'll come back again another time. So this one, I had a bit of fun putting together some backing tracks. You know, the first song, if you heard it this evening, had some backing tracks as well. This one also does a little bit different. It's a string quartet, and just had some fun putting together the parts and playing them into a backing track. So it's just called Foxes and Fuzzies. Hope you enjoy it. I wake up in the morning, there's foxes in my bed. They're nibbling at my heels and toes, they're messing with my head. Take them to the mountain, my friend the psych would say. The foxes will drift off to sleep in the light of a brand new day. Then you're free to play light of a brand new day. I wake up in the morning, there's fuzzies in my head. They're messing with my confidence, they're messing up my hair. Gotta get out of bed, the self-help books proclaim. 'Cause underneath those covers lie whispers filled with shame. Oh, the foxes and the fuzzies running right in your head. They are tiny, they are mighty, gotta tame them daily, yeah. Gotta fight, fight, fight against the dying of the lights. From early in the morning till late into the night. So when you wake up in the morning, ignore that redhead fox. Curb those fear-filled fuzzies and get ready for your jog. Go climb the ancient mountain, go hunt and search for ore. Most days the fears will disappear, and some days they will not. The foxes and the fuzzies running right in your head. They are tiny, they are mighty, gotta tame them daily, yeah. Gotta fight, fight, fight against the dying of the light. From early in the morning till late into the night. Well, that's it for this live stream. I hope I can get my act together and do this a bit more regularly. Now I've got the setup organised. And I hope you have a good evening, and thank you again for tuning in. Have a good one. See ya.